internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. Oh my goodness, is XRP not being used right now? This is absolutely insane. Do not panic, because in today's episode, I'm going to show you exactly what is going on behind the scenes. And I'm going to show you exactly how they're setting all this up for the integration of XRP into the financial ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, because we are going to give you some institutional level, high detailed information here where it is just indisputable. And when XRP dents the universe, that's when people are going to really understand. And let me tell you one thing right now, it may sound, weird that we're using the word dent the universe, but I'm telling you it's going to happen a lot sooner than people expect it. Sit back, relax, because I'm telling you, if you dislike this video, leave a dislike, unsubscribe, leave a negative comment. I don't care what you do, but I'm telling you right now, you will not regret watching every second of this video. First, I want to cover the price of XRP, and I'm going to try to stay level-headed here. But I'm telling you right now, the way this thing is acting, it's pretty much telling you that I'm about to explode. And I'm going to buy some XRP after this video, not financial advice. But I have been accumulating a little bit even at these dollar levels. I bought some at $1.03. But right now, what it's doing is creating a layer of foundation, which we probably will never go under. And thank God it has not gone under $1 yet. We were so close, or that whole title would have made me look extremely bad. But here's the thing. We know what we're talking about here. You guys are in good hands. And right now, XRP is coiling up for an explosive move. But just take a look at this. So Ripple, this is all over Twitter. A lot of misinformation is going on. And this is the place you got to be. Okay, so share this video with everybody you know that is confused on this. XRP is not being used. I'm going to get right to the point. Don't panic. Don't have one of those moments. Okay, but just wait until you hear what I have to say. Wait until you hear what Dilip has to say, and then you're going to say, "Oh my goodness, this is absolutely insane. This is disgusting that people can't see it." So we got bank IDs. I'm going to explain to you bank IDs. And every time you go to ahead and click expand, you got a bunch of different, bank names that are listed here that are going to be utilized within different jurisdictions, right? So you have, I'm not going to name every single one. You go all the way down. You got the Hong Kong, you got Philippines, right? Singapore, every single bank. This is very bullish, and I'm going to tell you why. I mean, XRP is not being used here, but don't panic. I'm gonna really break this down so you understand. And then, as I'm breaking this down, you're gonna hear a video clip pop out of nowhere, and that's gonna be Dilip. Dilip, here's his picture on the World Bank blog, right? Dilip is a global head of infrastructure innovation at Ripple, based in New York City, but no longer he's not there. Okay, so here's his LinkedIn profile, Dilip, and currently he's the advisor at Flash Payments. And he worked at Ripple for 5 years and 6 months, right? So Flash Payments rather, if we go onto their website, and I've said this in the past, where every time the Ripple employee leaves, they always end up working indirectly with Ripple again, because it's very important where you gain all this knowledge at Ripple, and then you go to these different payment company providers where they're going to utilize Ripple. And to have an individual with Ripple experience coming into your ecosystem is very important. So that's why you're going to see a lot of these Ripple employees in the near future get spider webbed out into these financial institutions, because their experience is going to be highly, highly needed within their ecosystem. And again, only an individual that's worked in a regulated or corporate job for a very long time understands where I'm coming from. And that is very important, how corporate ladders work. And prime example, right? So you got Flash FX, 4 years and 4 months when he leaves Ripple. And guess what? How does Flash Payments use blockchain? Well, let's take a look. I mean, you know exactly where I'm going with this. Flash Payments uses Ripple distributed ledger technology to help your money get from A to B in real time. And I'm gonna, you know the rest of the deal, right? But this is just to show you how Dilabrio is still indirectly working with Ripple and its digital asset XRP. And this is where I'm gonna really give you the bread and butter of how exactly, and like, save this video because this is gonna be monumental. I don't think you understand the importance of this because a lot of you guys are gonna understand exactly what they're doing and especially what Dilabrio says here, okay? So let's talk about Ripple Payments Direct versus XRP and ODL. So what you guys just saw of the bank IDs, right, that is for Ripple Payments Direct. It's a software platform that allows institutions to settle cross-border fiat payments without needing XRP or any crypto. It uses pre-funded accounts between banks or payout partners. And then you have on-demand liquidity where XRP shines, right? It eliminates the need for pre-funded accounts by using XRP as a bridge asset to settle payments instantly across borders. So how do bank IDs fit into this? Well, these bank IDs in the document that I just showed you are pretty much, it explains for itself, right? It's used to accurately identify financial institutions during batch payment processing. This aligns with Ripple Payment Direct, which may not require XRP, but builds the infrastructure for efficient fiat settlements. I'm telling you, if you guys feel down by any means, you're about to get extremely, extremely bullish because you got to think the way they think, right? So how does XRP still play a role? Well, I want to make this very clear. And I want to make this very, very clear, okay? So many of these fiat settlement systems are stepping stones for clients to adopt Ripple's broader solutions, including ODL and XRP, okay? This is a stepping stone. This is how you get them all in. And Dilabrio, remember what you said?
The way it's implemented today uses fiat currencies. So the convergence that we see coming in the next phase is for banks to have an option to say, do I want to use XRP? So instead of the German bank holding Turkish lira, they could say, Akbank, are you able to accept XRP and give me Turkish lira? Here's 100 lira worth of XRP. Here's 1 million lira worth of XRP. And instantly that can be settled without having to hold balances. So that's the holy grail. That's the ultimate end goal that we're aiming for. But if you don't have connectivity, you can't even start. So first you get the banks connected. They do what they're doing today better. They like it. They build new services on it. Then they go, I want to do this in 100 countries, but I can't hold currencies in 100 countries. Well, guess what? You got XRP. So it's a phase strategy, but that's the way banking works.
Makes perfect sense, right, so far? But you need to understand that Ripple's ultimate goal is to move clients to ODL where XRP is essential, okay? These fiat rails can work well for local transactions, but when you're talking about global scalability, a universal bridge asset like XRP becomes indispensable. I mean, it is so needed, you guys don't even understand. You got to understand, what I just said about stepping stones. That's how you get them and connect it all together. And then we already know, we're very well versed on Ripple's regulatory clarity and its infrastructure position and how it's designed XRP to become pretty much the default choice for liquidity in complex corridors. Understand the importance of that. And if you guys are still panicking after some valuable information I just gave you, guess what? Do not panic. This documentation doesn't mean XRP won't be used. It just shows Ripple's multi-layered strategy to onboard institutions progressively. And this is so important. When you look at this from a very mature perspective and not just, oh, XRP is going to go to the moon, you do understand the longer you take creating this infrastructure and this ecosystem, the more aggressive the upside is going to be and the more aggressive adoption is going to be. So Ripple is preparing the backend infrastructure so that XRP can step in as demand grows.
Earliest days, because we've been at this for quite a while, the company's been around a little over 10 years, we were bringing our customers on this crypto journey. And so earliest days, folks were quite conservative, hesitant to embrace the new technology, and kind of there was uncertainty on the regulatory front and so forth. In recent years, with regulatory developments, so in different jurisdictions, Brazil is a good one, Europe has been mentioned today, Japan, UAE, etc., of clear rules are being outlined, and so the uncertainty has been removed, and the sort of foundation for innovation has been laid. With that, big players, Stripe, Amazon, Visa, MasterCard, everybody's come out with their crypto sort of strategies, and I think that will embolden, wave after wave of the next sort of round of institutions to embrace. So specifically, people can come and talk to us, come talk to me about how we can help you with adoption. But I think more broadly, there's a little bit more regulatory certainty to come. It's much better even now versus even just the past few years. And with that comes sort of big name institutional adoption that I think will be encouraging for others that might have been on the fence.
So here's a quick couple pointers that is very, very important for you guys to understand. Banks don't adopt new technologies overnight, especially something as transformative as using a crypto like XRP. They need to see clear, proven benefits, regulatory clarity, and low risk. And remember, they told you in 2022 that they're going to transition the whole system. And guess what? We're here now.
World today, I think, we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain.
And we have been telling you this was going to happen for a very, very long time, but we are at the final stages of this. And Ripple is onboarding banks with systems like RippleNet and Payments Direct to establish the infrastructure and relationships, right? So once this network is in place and banks are comfortable, transitioning to ODL with XRP for liquidity will be much, much easier. Like I said, just the stepping stones. I mean, the writing's on the wall. And here's a part you should really, really screenshot, okay? So think about it from this perspective. So you guys saw the bank IDs, right? So short term, we got fiat focused because that's what they're utilizing right now. You bring them on board, you do Ripple Payment Direct as fiat to fiat, you're building trust. These partnerships are also all working together, building that trust, and the infrastructure with banks, they're going to become more familiar using the fiat-based solutions, and then you do the transition, right? So the long term, transition banks to XRP as a liquidity solution once the infrastructure and regulatory clarity are in place. Because regulatory clarity still isn't in place. You guys do understand that, right? And the pump that we're seeing right now, this is not even the banks are here pump. So we have yet to see nothing. And this is a huge, this should be bolded, right? Banks will recognize the inefficiencies of pre-funded accounts and the high cost of fiat-based systems.
I think that the current users and sort of the crawl, walk, run of growing the capital market, if you will, around XRP is going to be about fundamental demand, and that comes from companies like Veeam. And as more companies like Veeam start to use XRP and use digital currencies in their funding flows, they're going to be putting a massive amount of pressure on banks and larger financial institutions to start using this as well, or they're going to be toast. They're not going to be able to compete and be as nimble as a company like Veeam. It doesn't have to operate with any treasury overhead and all the cost complications.
And then guess what? You have XRP will become the obvious solution for cost reduction and scalability. Scalability is something very, very important that you probably should get tatted. I'm being sarcastic, but like scaling this new system is going to be monumental. And when you have RippleNet and ODL with XRP, they're going to operate seamlessly in the background with XRP as a liquidity bridge for global payments. Only a few will understand this, and only a few will still sit back and relax and not worry about the short term. The short-term price action, everyone's going to get excited, but I'm kind of upset that a lot of people are going to sell early. and not wait for the bigger picture, right? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I mean, you had Dilip Rayo just tell you exactly how this pretty much multi-layer approach would be. And here I am really breaking it down, explaining the bank IDs and explaining how they're going to onboard with fiat to fiat and then slowly transition and bring in XRP. That's exactly how it's going to play out. And you could say, well, you can't just sit there and say exactly how it's going to play out. Well, guess what? When you worked in an institution for 10 years, you know how these guys operate and you know how they move. And just like when we transitioned from paper to digital, I was at the forefront of that. And I remember the rollout. So this is the same thing on a different scale. And like I said, not many people are going to understand this. Not many people hold XRP. You need to also understand that. Not everybody is going to become rich, right? There's only a small percentage of us in this community. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You heard it from Dilip Rayo. We broke it down. It is indisputable. And the value of XRP going to double digits, triple digits will happen without a doubt. And if you haven't already, or if you never heard of this yet, it is the IGCPS blueprint, which I have put together. This is the institutional grade crypto portfolio strategy. If you're new to this crypto ecosystem, this is going to be your best friend. It filters out all the BS and it gives you the 2030 vision and the coins that will provide real world utility within this ecosystem. We will go over some very important portfolio principles. You and I will also have a 15-minute one-on-one discussion. Okay, and keep in mind, this is not financial advice. This is purposely for strategic frameworks for the correct decision making going into this ecosystem. Okay, and every single individual that I have had a conversation with, it has been monumental. I mean, I enjoy speaking to every single one of you guys, and let me know in the comments down below. I mean, we had some great conversations, great conversations, and I know for a fact that you guys are all now very well relaxed and versed into what you guys are holding, and you guys see eye to eye like with me and I, right? So let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't taken advantage of the XRP pendant, the one and only on the internet that exists that look like this, you guys can go ahead and take a look on the websites across Google. Type in XRP pendant, you'll find nothing like this because this was handcrafted and designed by me and then shipped it and it got molded. On the back of this pendant, it'll have the value of XRP. So purchased on November 20th, for example, it'll say November 20th and $1.08 on the back if it was purchased right this moment. And this is a monumental piece because this will never come back. The only reason why I'm bringing this up again is they're creating the mold, like I told you. And once the orders get put through, they're going to start creating it, and everybody's is going to be customized to the date it was purchased and the value XRP was at the time. And when we look back at this pendant years from now, and we're going to look at the date, we're going to look at the value, and the amount of memories that is going to come is going to be very emotional. I'll tell you that right now, because, 5 years from now, 7 years from now, I might not even be alive. But I might not even be making content. The world we're going into is a crazy spot, and I'm just here to reach out to as many people as I can to go pretty much balls deep into crypto, and especially like digital assets like XRP, where it's, I feel really sad for the people that are distracted with other digital assets and that they don't understand the XRP. I truly feel bad. Even the Bitcoin maxis, even the individuals that are unsure about XRP, if you're unsure about XRP, the only reason why you're unsure is because you lack education. And I'm being 100% honest there. I mean, I'm not even trying to come off rude. That's pure facts. If you do not understand the value driver of XRP, or if you don't see it going to $10, $20, $30, $100 in the future, it's not that XRP can't, it's just that you can't comprehend it, nor you want to educate yourself on it. I mean, you guys are in completely good hands. I mean, since day one, the inception of this channel, I told you guys that you guys are going to get purely factual information. This was going to be a long process, but this is going to be a long phase of learning. Okay, you got to understand the amount of everybody in your area. Okay, think about it from this perspective. Every single person that lives in your neighborhood is nowhere close to as educated as you are within this crypto ecosystem and how they operate, and also with the digital asset like XRP and what Ripple is building. Like you got to understand the significance of that, right? You and I are on the same levels of education as the individuals at the BS Innovation Hub, individuals at the World Economic Forum, right? This is a learning process that we're all going through. So congratulations, because your patience is going to pay off so handsomely. It's going to be crazy. I cannot even fathom. I can't even tell you what we're about to witness in this crypto ecosystem and what people are going to say when XRP outperforms Bitcoin. You know, it's just going to be eye-opening to many people. And then, of course, they're going to say you were right. But again, that's just how life works, right? So with that being said, I do really appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and we will be back with another video.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.